I'm joined now by the reigning CAA Coach of the Year, Pat Mead. And Coach, it's been a very successful last couple of years. Obviously, we remember 5 out of the last 6 years you guys have won the CAA championship. When you think back to last year, what are you going to remember most?
How hard the kids worked. I mean, that really, from last spring all the way through to when we finished in February, I think really the big game changer was how committed the kids were. And so hopefully the kids that we've got right now and the incoming kids are doing the work in the summer the way our kids last summer did, because great summer training, great summer competition typically results in great winter swimming. And so we've got a good group of kids that have stayed this summer and are training and competing. So hopefully everyone else that's back home is doing the same thing.
And we always talk about the success of the women's team, but there's been some news on the men's side. Matt Lowe setting all kinds of records down for his home country in the Bahamas. Tell me about what he's done lately and what the next step is for him.
Well, he had a great spring. He had a great year training-wise, and then that led into the spring. He had the opportunity to try to qualify for World Championships. That was his ultimate goal. So he's been training really hard in the spring, training really hard in the summer. He went back home about a week ago and swam great. He won the 1500, broke the national record in the 1500, and I think won about another 4 or 5 events. So that impressed his federation, and so they've actually selected him to go and represent the Bahamas at the World Championships, which is in about 2.5, 3 weeks. And so him and another guy and 2 girls will go there, and that's the first time we've ever had a male or female compete at an international competition like that. So he seems really fired up. He's been back now about a week and is actually training even a little bit better now than what he did before he left. So I think he'll have a great meet.
And with the track record of all the great swimmers we've had here, that's saying something, what he's been able to accomplish. But since we've last talked, you've brought a new assistant coach in. Tell me a little bit about her and what she's all about.
Well, we brought Laura DeGore. She started day after Memorial Day, and she's really hit the ground running. She is unbelievable. If you were to talk to the kids that have been here this summer, they're getting a real good grasp of that we've got an assistant coach now that wants to see them be successful. And, sometimes wanting someone to be successful, you need a little bit of encouragement, motivation, and so it's the first time I think that we've had a female that's been maybe as assertive and confident in what she's doing. So she's been doing stuff dryland wise with them and talking to them about nutrition and just kind of motivating them on all different fronts. And so that's been great. Recruiting wise, we started that yesterday, and we've been on the phone pretty much 24/7 the last 24 hours. So she's been a great addition to the program, and I think the kids that are at home, when they come back, if they haven't already heard from the kids here, it's going to be a really great addition to the team.
And for the kids that you mentioned that are staying here, what's the next step for them? What are they going to do before the school year actually starts up?
Well, we've got another meet in about a week down at UMBC. We've had 2 local meets that the kids have competed in. We've got one at UMBC, and then we've got a handful of kids that will go out to the U.S. Open out in Irvine, California, which, again, that's a national level meet for our kids. So that's great exposure for the program, great exposure for them, great experience and opportunity for them. And then we've got another handful of kids that will go down to Maryland State Championship. But last time we sent a group this large to a national meet in the summer like this. That was back in 2011, and all 4 of those girls that went to that meet in the summer ended up qualifying for NC2As in the winter. So again, I think it kind of leads to what you're doing in the summer, leads to great winter swimming. So.
Well, hopefully this summer is a very successful one leading into the winter, and hopefully we're talking about another CAA championship, maybe 2 this year on the men's and women's side. But, Coach, thanks for joining us, and we'll check in again soon.
Great. Thanks so much.
This time we don't wait. An extreme attention to detail. And a relentless belief in each other. Why we come out here?